But today, it's kind of started a day with, up early, getting a run in, and looking to achieve certain things for the day and tomorrow. Um, and I was just trying to, as I do, the way I kind of unpack my thinking, the way I go to, or the thing I like to do, often is to write. I have a diary which I kind of contribute to as much as I can each day. Sometimes it's just literally, went to Leeds. It can be something as simple as that. But if I can, if I can just kind of pound out an idea, I go to my diary and just think it through. I find that's for me, it's a great point of reflection, just chewing ideas out, thinking things through, observations without any real destination, and just see what comes from it. And that was useful to do that, and it was helpful just to recognize that after what actually feels like a very busy few months as well as a few days, that actually this was a point of reflection and necessary. I think I found that a lot of my working week is that I'm trying to get back some kind of downtime or quality time, and that's getting trickier to do. I'm eating into other things, and it's actually saying, well, take a day off or take a weekend off, or really just I think the right word is to unanchor, but to uncouple. That's one thing. Uncouple the mind for a moment and focus on other things. Focus on other things that I want to be doing. It could be exercise, fitness. It could be family, whatever it may be. But to, I think, find that downtime. The small pinches of downtime I'm getting in the week aren't contributing enough. And there's parts where there's things I want to get done which I don't get around to. So it's kind of built to a point where I need that time off, and it certainly felt right. It certainly didn't feel that it was negative. And as often the case, I was thinking about, what else should I be doing? And the shoulds were the ones which I was successfully pushing aside, saying, no, this is right. This is what I want to be doing. I'm going to publish the talk that I did in Leeds because I liked it a lot. One of the things, as I mentioned in the other vlog before, was about failure. And I just felt like it was a really good theme for the talk and how well it can come across. Because we deal with failure so much. I mean, I start the talks out by saying I don't expect to reach everyone. I don't expect to reach, say, 20% of these 20 or 30 students who are in front of me. And if I get through to those people and connect and they can think about something in a different way, make a different decision that's a bit more useful for them, that helps them understand how their mind is working and that it's not fixed, that it can be changed, then that's worth it. That's worth the whatever it may be, 20 other students who weren't fully engaged or had a variety of engagement to what I was saying. And there was something in that, in the end of the speech that I gave, that someone came up to me and said, that they'd heard inspirational, motivational talkers in the past and they'd never really felt they'd connected or felt they'd made a difference for them. But she'd said that the talk that I'd given, and particularly the last parts of it, had made a real effect for her, and she was grateful for it. And that has to be what it's about. It's accepting that I'm not talking to the whole room, I'm talking to that 20% who will listen and will take it on board. And I think that can be a struggle for some people to understand that we don't always can't appeal to everyone, and trying to be appealing to everyone, I think, has its limitations or has its dangers. And if I try to enter into the conversations and the talks as openly as possible and see who I kind of net from it, but I accept that I don't always get everyone. I accept that it's sometimes that I'll connect with a few of them, and that's okay, because if those few then make a difference in what they're doing, then that's great. I mean, it's the same way of putting the vlog out or doing a post on the page. It's accepting that 80% will see it, but maybe don't engage with it or don't make any changes from it. But there are 20% who do, and for that 20%, they'll make a difference. So that's kind of why I do those kind of things, because you never know when someone make a trajectory change in their life. Maybe they'll start a friendship they didn't have before, end a relationship they didn't want any further, or make a decision about their future they hadn't had put to side, saying it was impossible. And for me, having the opportunity for them to have that knowledge is really important. I often think to myself when I was at their age, and I start the talk saying exactly that I'm at 16. I was kind of hounded and crippled by anxiety over what I should be doing and by tests, and I always kind of enter in and thinking, if I was sat in the audience at that age, what would I need to hear? What would help me? What would have been a good bit of information that would have made a difference? And I often go into those talks with that kind of approach, and it was nice, therefore, to get that kind of result from that one, well, 2 or 3 students, but one specific student at the end to say they enjoyed it. So, yeah, so back to the reflections of yesterday. The day was successful in what it needed to be. That's all I can say. I hope you're doing super well wherever you are, and take care.